series. And this first Liverpool defence.
To defend yourselves at all times, all right? Touch gloves. Keep it clean.
And it will leave just Callum Smith.
Between the two fighters. Ryder needs to use that to hit first, because if he does, he'll be countered, because Smith is a very sharp counter-puncher.
Just so pronounced, it's barely believable.
Check hook if you fall short with a right hand. Those are the punch-up punch, and he'll fire straight back.
Ryder's just on the borderline of it at the moment against Smith.
This is who will bite first. Use feints at this time to open your man up.
Smith was back on the ropes and he just managed to... Well, that was decent from Ryder.
Instincts from Ryder.
Champions, or British champions. 2 rows that defence, an emphatic win against Hassan, and the same combination he landed in the first round. And he's having a deep...
The danger, the fear you'd have for him, or the danger he has, is when the fighters who he's been won the fight. Not that you're under that little bite, a little bit of that anxiety or...
To the second round as well, and if you allow your opponent to
come his jab and he's falling short, and it's creating an insecurity in Callum and a reluctance for him to jab.
Does like to fight on the inside, but Ryder knows that when he gets close.
Good combination. See that?
Joe Gallagher, and one piece of it being the Ryder's top of Ryder's head for the reasons that you're outlining at the end of shot, down the centre.
Think a little bit. And just picking his moment and having a look at Ryder in these early stages.
Jabbing to the body, jabbing to the stomach, then goes upstairs with it. Ryder closing
with it and jumping up with it. That's having success now. But you see, he's not comfortable with that jab because he has to jab down somewhere. There was the hook.
Onto the back of it from Ryder, but that was a stiff right to the body. Well, looking for the uppercut up the centre. Smith, for a tall man, does...
Have exchanges, beware, as you push back, he's looking at attack.
Well, let's have a look at your scorecard through 3 rounds there, Andy. So 2-1.
Ryder got the best of the first 2. The second one was very tight.
When he gets the opportunity and create a little bit of room that he needs, leading off for that left uppercut.
There goes John Ryder. Look where he's putting his right leg. He's putting inside Smith's. He's bent.
Ryder. Opening minute or so of...
To dig better to the body.
Ryder again just looking to try.
Oh, great body shot from Smith there.
Due to the height difference between the two of them. The time Smith might...
Ryder.
Right on cue, that's exactly... And Ryder's picks up a bit of damage as well.
You've been given all the hype. You've looked sensational in your last few fights. And so you've got to really pick yourself up. When you haven't got off to a good spin a lot in any of the rounds, it's hard to split them a lot of the times. More comfortable in there, Ryder, at the moment. Good.
But he's shutting down his own space a touch, doubling up on the... Ryder found the route in around the back of the gloves.
Side of his glove. For Smith now, it will be time to feint that right hand.
Gallagher liked that, it didn't really land, but I think he wants to see more of that.
Because of Ryder's height and the insecurity that's creating. Good exchange.
With this kind of distance, Smith just doesn't really have Ryder. Smith just leading up with the left uppercut of Ryder.
His height and his compact style is making wide.
When they're getting through, when he springs in and gets to...
For him to catch Ryder clean. But you can see the create. He needs to head up. Because if you're just throwing punch,
both of them about that, and good right hand there from Smith.
Ryder's head, touching at Ryder's head to get his distance instead of shots.
As in the previous 5, and Ryder there just trying to get where he needs to.
did it by setting it up behind his jab. There was a change, a bit of a significant change in the fight in this round.
That you would always think would arm there of Callum Smith and just stay on him, not give him that room. Smith.
He's just using his jab, pawing it out there, giving him different hooks.
Of the guard, a couple of little right hands on the inside. Smith, a good combination got through there. Good left hand there from Ryder with that head in the crook of his neck almost of Smith's neck.
Smith should use the uppercut instead of the hook because the hooks are right on his jab now.
And that's a good lead. Just maybe beginning to turn the screw himself, or it looked like he was. And
to his honey punches where he sits on the ropes, catches you.
Than you. Did you ever do it in your career?
A lot. Callum for me still firmly in control.
How tricky is it?
found his work, and he has been effective, and he's being effective again. Just stood off him and didn't really do anything.
And when they're up close, just nullify Ryder.
And his head came in at the same time, and that wasn't deliberate from John Ryder, but he
caught Ryder coming onto it, and I think he's a little bit shook, Ryder.
Where Ryder has done his best work, just pulling Smith back to the ropes. For all the time, Ryder's not giving Smith any peace whatsoever. Out of range, just sliding out of range. Good stiff left hand there.
Right hand up, he's also got a left hook over the top, all right?
Let's have a look at the head clash. So he steps to the side to three, and you've got it tied up at 4 rounds apiece.
I've got
through
8 rounds, but I'm just going by what I see here ringside.
Found some sustained work, so I can see that what they planned, that much is obvious, and he's to it. That was better for him there. They come to word with Ryder, and he's spoken to both of them.
Like it's been hard done, but can ignite a fight, you know?
Try. Pit of the stomach there from Smith, and they both look fairly fresh in the back, but his right glove just skims the shoulder of Ryder, who had
Rings like this, box, use your jab, mix up, you'll fight everything Ryder can do.
looking to try and get that left hook away as they just came.
Oh, he's huge, absolutely huge, but he's on track. Good to speak to you.
And it's not the case here either that Ryder has come here and what you see, and he's done some good work up close. Smith with the right hand to the body pin, close the gap and work up close, just like he is there, kind of range.
He's been trying to, and it's not working. So just tie him.
And then through the right hand up over the top, and at the very start of the fight to really get anything done there.
Try and force a knockdown or hurt Ryder.
No one's really wilted at it. The Ryder again getting on the front foot here, nice right hand to the body.
So I think when he's in there with somebody like Ryder, just tie it.
Let's have a listen. So into the final 2 rounds, what did you make of the advice there?
Pressure him on the ropes, and Joe Gallagher saying exactly what.
He's fought a physical fight, Ryder, right for safest place for him to be, but also where, and nice little overhand left there to the ropes.
Smith just needs to tie him up now.
Smith, he was 20-1 on when we saw this, the old front of Smith, who comes back with the right hand. But again, Ryder.
Smith just giving him way too much momentum, but he's trying.
Left, but didn't manage to make contact with either one of them. The Liverpool crowd. And Smith is looking a little bit shaky.
Beautiful right hook.
And if he can finish this strongly in the...
You see the little dip and the little dip after. Throw him to the ground, at least do something just to break that momentum.
But that's exactly what he's looking to do here now. At the start of the 12th, and Smith has got to go with him here. They've got to pull it.
Even though he's on the outside, he's boxing, he's not allowing Ryder to come in or gain any momentum.
Minute down in round 12.
It's coming down to now who wants it more. And who can be smart and who can box and keep it
through the round, and again Ryder just looking to disentangle and get to it, just rolling forward again. Smith trying to put those punches, been grueling, and Ryder has brought it from the beginning, and he's putting out. For the back careers, Callum Smith was a huge favourite, and the crowd around ringside trying to let his own right go, and there goes the bell, and Tony Smith victory. Well, his plan would have been to just tie him up and negate that, but
And of Liverpool still, WBA